Shark Tank star Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, um, seems to be interested in purchasing TikTok. And so he put out a statement here. It says, I'm excited to share that I'm partnering with Frank McCourt and the visionary team at Project Liberty. I pronounce it like that because there's an underscore. To lead the people's bid for TikTok.
Mhm.
This isn't just about buying TikTok's US assets, it's about something bigger, protecting the privacy of 170 million American users. It's
Mhm.
about empowering creators and small businesses, and it's about building a platform that prioritizes people over algorithms. TikTok has immense potential, not just as a tool for creators, but as a driver of meaningful economic and social impact. Together, we're working to create an American-owned platform that is secure, innovative, and puts you, all capitals, in control of your data and digital relationships. Your thoughts?
I think this would be great. I mean, listen, if TikTok goes away, I'm okay, right? I'll stop watching clean talk videos and, you know, and I'll whatever. Like, it's not a big deal to me if it goes away.
Mhm.
However, from a creative perspective, I think I was going into 2025 feeling like, wow, I really want to vlog more and things like that. So that's the disappointing side for me, that is going away. But I think I think it affects so many creators that if someone can somehow figure out a way to make it work, to where it doesn't have to be banned and taken away from so many people in the US who use it, then I'm for it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and talk about how social media is the devil and blah, 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 and all of that. There are people who make real money off of TikTok.
Absolutely.
And I think that's where I land with it. Um, because I understand the opportunities that have been created from TikTok being available to people. Um, and I personally and creatively, I feel like it does create a space that allows you to feel free in terms of like uh, posting video. I think it's a very different space than all of the other socials. Um, so if Mr. Wonderful can do the wonderful thing and make all of this go away, cool. I also just don't know the ins and outs and the legalities of what's going on with TikTok. So I don't know that it's as simple as I'm saying. And that's the other part of it. Like, I've struggled a little bit with the nuts and bolts of everything going on with TikTok right now. I've kind of just been hanging back and waiting to see what is said about it. Under the Desk News is actually really good at explaining these things. And you actually shared that with me. Shared some of what was posted there, so that was helpful. But outside of that, I don't really have a complete and concise understanding of exactly how this will work, exactly what is going to happen, what could happen, what are the possibilities. Like, I'm not really understanding all of that. So, um, more power to him if he's willing to take it on as his own project.
I think Mr. Wonderful is fully capable of leading business endeavors. He is a very wealthy person. He understands social very well.
Mm.
Um, of the people on Shark Tank, he is all over social. Not to say that the others are not, but he does a lot of things that make it very clear he understands social and has understood how to use social to drive business, for himself, for
Mm-hmm.
his subsidiary companies, for companies he's invested in, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so it makes sense to me that this is something he's interested in. I just don't know how that looks when you're the person who is a partial owner or a majority owner of that platform. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, for me, the fact that a singular entity can own these platforms is always challenging, right? Whether it be Musk or
The president of the United.
that guy
No, I was talking
or
about Elon Musk.
Zuckerberg. What?
I was talking about Elon Musk.
Oh, you called him the president. Oh, I thought you were talking about that other platform because Trump has a platform.
No, because there's people out there who say he's the president and Trump is the vice
I'm not going to comment on that one just yet. But
president.
um, to me, it's always a little scary when one person owns these things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Frank McCourt, and I don't have a problem looking into who that is.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's cool that there's another person involved. I just don't know. I would like to hear more about what the details of that would be.
Okay.
Um, but this is challenging for me, not because I don't trust Mr. O'Leary or because I think he's a bad person, any of that. I don't. I just feel like when a small group of people, one or two people, are owning such a huge platform, it's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
And I know that's currently already happening on the majority of these platforms.
Right.
I just am giving pause. And so for me, the concern is less about him and more about what happens if another one or two people own this huge entity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm not saying I have a better plan. I don't, because I can see some people saying, well, what do you think should happen? I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because I understand that there is a time sensitivity when it comes to this TikTok stuff.
Right.
January 19th is in just a couple days. So, yeah, I don't have a better answer. I do think it's interesting. And I think, yeah, he definitely understands how social can drive business
Mm-hmm.
and how it can impact economics. So I think his tweet or statement, whatever it was, I think it's pretty spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just don't know, is he the best person? Is he not the best person? I don't really have that answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just always given pause when one person is in charge of something that manipulates so many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's my thought.
No, I totally understand. And you make a good point. Um, I don't know. I feel like all of this is very much wait and see.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, we run into kind of what we see with Meta, where Meta is constantly in court, um, battling battling things and battling the nuances of their platform and how it affects the public. So yeah, those things are definitely something that we should account for, um, when we're thinking about this. I just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the right trade off is, right? Because again, it affects so many people, and we're not talking about a space where people are just there and just hanging out. There are people making real money, like I said before. So I think that that is um, what I've been thinking a lot about. I've been trying not to think about the trivial parts of it where it's just like a social media platform and who cares. I've been trying to think about it in a way where this is a business for a lot of people. Um, and absolutely, you should diversify um, your reach, um, especially when you're in the business of social media. You should absolutely try to make sure that you're not just sticking to one platform because, as we can see, it can that can diminish. But Also, there were some people who kind of just stumbled onto this and started making money off of it, and now what do they do? I mean, I know I've seen a lot of people preparing for it, right? It's really funny because some people you see and they're like, "What do you guys think is gonna happen?" And they're not seemingly not doing anything. But then you have the other people who are like, "I started a YouTube channel or I started doing this." So, yeah, I just think with all the chatter about it over the last several weeks, I think I started to see how many people it would really affect. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what the right thing to do is here, but we'll see what happens in a very short matter of time, actually.